Hello, welcome to the Power Query lecture series by Tabs and Icon Consulting. This module we're going to look at to split columns in Power Query. My name is Dan Karu Ezuzu and I'm your anchor. Now let's look at the data we're going to use for this particular exercise. We have a report here by the region West. We have serial number, agent names to stock code, surname, first name, and sales. And then we have similar report from the another region, the North region. Now, what are we expected to do in this report? Let's see what we're to do. Our task is first to split column B. Where is column B? This is column B. Column B is agent number to stock code. So we're going to split that column into two columns of agent number and stock code. And what's the parameter? The agent number should have only the first four numbers, while the stock code is the rest of the values. So that means we're going to split this into two columns. Of course, we know how to split test or test in Microsoft Excel using the test before, test after, test to column. But in Power Query, it's a different ball game. First, let's see how Power Query works. We know that Power Query is better when you are running on a table data. So we're going to convert this data to a table. Control T. I convert this to a table. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my data tab, and right there is the get and transform data. On top of that place I have from table or range. This is a table range, so I'm going to click this and move my data into the Power Query editor interface. Now I have this. Now the first thing you do in Power Query is to clean your data to ensure that they are all well done. So I am having the home tab. I'm going to go to transform tab and watch for what I'm going to do. First, I want to split columns. So I look at the transform, and then right there under the text column, I'll see split column. So I'm going to click on this column, and then I come here and I say split column. Now, what are the parameters for splitting this column? I can use a delimiter. We already know what a delimiter is. Way back in our Excel, a delimiter is a common separator between words in a cell. Now, in this case, we're going to either split with a delimiter, and again, Power Query has another item called number of characters. You can split by number of characters, which means if I click here, for example, Power Query is going to ask me how many characters do I want. Since I want 4, I can actually type 4 here. But if I take 4, it means I'm going to say the 4 from the left. So I will select this. I'll take 4 here and then say from the left. Now, if I click OK, Power Query will pick that for me. Now, look at what it's done. But I don't want to use this approach, which is still okay. What I do is, now on this query setting portion, the apply step, you see I have split columns by position. So I want to take this out by clicking on this to take it back to what it was. I take this to take back what it was. So I'm going to use split by delimiter. Now when I split by delimiter, I'm going to take the first 4, and what is separating it is a slash. So I come here and I'm going to say take a slash. Remember, when I click on this, it's going to give me several delimiters, but I don't have the delimiter I'm looking at, so I'm going to take the custom delimiter, and I click here, I take the slash. Now I'm going to say leftmost delimiter. So look for the leftmost slash and split there. That's what I want. All I need, everything is okay here. I just click OK. Now when I click OK, this is been done. So you can see I have split this column into 2 of number and stock code. So I'm going to change the name here to agent number, and I'll change the name here to stock code. Okay. Now that I've done this, I think my work is done. The next thing you need to find out is check if your headers are right. Click on this and go to your tab. You will see here data type. This is a text, is okay. Here data type is a whole number, so I'm okay here. Check data type here. I have test. It's okay. So once I finish checking all this, I think that's all I have to do in this exercise. I will close and load back to Microsoft Excel and look at my apply steps. The first thing, I change the type, I split the column, and then I'm going to load back to Microsoft Excel. So I click on File. If I click here, close and load, it takes me back to Excel and place it on a different sheet for me. So this is my work. Now I have my agent number split and then my stock code. Now this is how to split columns using Power Query. Very beautiful approach. Now the next thing we have to do, look at our exercise here. We are told that we need to update this report. Update the report with the NOT data. Now look at the NOT data. This is the data for the NOT. It's still bearing the same thing. The agent code is together, but we still want to split this and add it to our consolidated table. Now, this is what we've done. All that we need to do now is copy this one. This is where Power Query comes handy for data automation. I highlight the whole of this, and I'm going to copy this and place it under this report. Now, since this is a table, the moment I place it under the report, the table continues. You can see that the table continues. So number 1 for NOT, we start here. Now, if you look at my consolidated, my report is different from this one. This one have one column showing agent number and stock code, but the report I'm looking for actually have the number split. So now that I have this, if you check my report now, it's just the 50 names for West region. So I need to add the other 40 names. I guess from the North region we have 40 names. I need to add those 40 names here, and it has to be the same format. So rather than me going back and splitting text again and merging, all that you need to do in Power Query is right click on the report, and here you will see refresh data. Click on refresh data and your job is done. Now look through, you see that you have the North region already added there. Now if you add the 50, you have this, the 40 for this, and then you have 50 making the 90 reports. This is how powerful Power Query is in splitting of columns as well as updating with subsequent files. So if I have another region, Eastern region, all I need to copy under the first one and come here and then right click and I take refresh. Thank you very much for listening. In the next video, we're going to see much more of what Power Query can do. Bye-bye.